Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start by thanking everyone for coming in today. Now look, you know and I know, we all know it's been tough lately, real tough. The market, it's not what it used to be. The competition, smart, slick, a whole new breed. And we can't keep doing things the same old way anymore. No, sir, if we're going to survive, we need to rethink the entire operation, top to bottom. But first, let me introduce you to someone. This is John. Yeah, right here. New guy. Sales. Now, John's no ordinary suit, let me tell you. John is sharp, John is successful, and most importantly, John thinks outside the box. So without further ado, John, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to dive right in. First things first, we're cutting our warehousing costs in half. That's right, half. Why? Because it saves us money, plain and simple. Next, we're selling off 50% of our stock at cost price. Yeah, I know, it sounds wild, but hear me out. The logic is sound. By selling at cost, we make it irresistible for the consumer to buy. And not just buy, but indulge. And here's the kicker. I'm aiming to increase their weight. Yes, their physical weight, by 25 to 50%, some even up to 100%. But let's be conservative and call it a 40% average. Now here's where it gets good. Picture this. Once they've gained that extra 40%, their bodies, their subconscious minds, will take over. They'll be compelled, driven, to keep eating at that new, higher level. It's not just habit, it's biology. They'll feel the pull, the gnawing need to maintain that weight. In other words, they'll eat more, 40% more, every day, just to stay where they are. Now I know what you're thinking. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But stay with me. By putting our stock inside the consumer, we're solving multiple problems at once. One, perishability. Once it's inside them, they're the ones responsible for keeping it alive, so to speak. No expiration dates, no spoilage. Problem solved. 2, sales. With this increased consumption, we boost sales by 40%. 40%. And don't worry about their conscious minds trying to resist. Oh no. The subconscious will take care of that with a little carrot and stick approach. It'll reward them with those delightful flavors they love so much and punish them with the gnawing sense of hunger if they don't comply. Simple, effective, unstoppable. We're not just going to sit back and watch them join weight loss programs. We're going to run the programs. That's right. We're launching our own weight loss business. Now, I know some of you might think that's a contradiction. First, we're fattening them up, and now we're helping them lose it. But think about it. It's a win-win. People will pay us to help them shed those pounds, but here's the beautiful part. Most of them will fail. It's well documented. 90% of people who lose weight will gain it right back. So we'll have them coming and going. Recap, let's recap. We cut storage costs by 50%. We eliminate the risk of perishable goods. We increase sales by 40%. And we open up a lucrative weight loss revenue stream that could add another 20% to our bottom line. Boom! That's the plan, folks. Bold? Yes. Outrageous? Perhaps. But this is the new world we're living in, and we need new ideas. And this is how we stay ahead.
John and I have been in discussions about a few other products we're considering for future launches. I'm not going to go into too much detail right now, but I'll give you a taste, and believe me, it's fascinating. The first product? Well, this one's a stunner. It's something the consumer will buy every single day. Some will buy 10, some will buy 20, some might buy 40. But let's assume an average of 20 per day. They'll bring it home, set fire to it, yes, literally set fire to it, and then they'll come back the next day to buy it all over again. And here's the kicker. They'll be completely satisfied that they've gotten their money's worth. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But John assures me it's entirely feasible. And frankly, at this point, I believe him. The next one, well, this one's even more intriguing. It's an additive you put in water, and what it does, get this, is make people pretend they're happy. But here's the twist. They pretend so well, so convincingly, that they actually start believing they're happy. I know, it sounds bizarre. But once again, what John does is harness the consumer's subconscious mind, integrating it right into the experience itself. That's the beauty of it. Our consumers, without even realizing it, begin working for us. The second product, now this is where it really gets wild. It's an additive, yeah, a little something you just stir into water. Simple, right? But what it does is the magic. It makes people pretend they're happy. But they don't just pretend like some cheap stage act. Oh no, they pretend so well, so deeply, they actually start to believe they're happy. It rewires their mind, tricks the brain into thinking, yeah, life's great, I'm doing just fine. But here's the kicker, the beauty of it. It wears off. Oh yes, it's temporary. That's the real genius. Because as soon as the effect fades, they'll be right back in that same mental fog, craving that bliss again. And what do? They come back for more, over and over. That's the hook. Every time they take it, they get that hit of synthetic happiness. But the second it fades, they're right back at our doorstep, wallets open, thirsting for more. You see what we're doing here? We're not just selling a product, we're selling relief. And the best part? They'll never realize they're working for us, feeding their subconscious need for more. So once again, thank you all for coming. Exciting times are ahead of us, gentlemen, very exciting times. And with John on board, we are not just thinking outside the box anymore, we're tearing the box to shreds.